What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel, and today I wanted to talk about playing video games on a budget. And the reason why I decided to do a video about this is because everything that's been going on in the video game community as of late, Nintendo raising prices, Xbox raising prices, Sony soon to be raising prices, everybody's raising prices. We got the tariffs. We have all these things raining on our parade as gamers. It's watering down the quality of my gaming life personally, and I don't like it, man. I'm getting tired of it. I just started thinking to myself, why not just do what most of us do anyway and just stop buying so many games day one? I'd say 2 to 3 games a year, games that you feel you can't absolutely live without. And if you're an avid gamer like me, you probably know what I'm talking about. Every year there's at least 1, maybe 2 games that make you feel like you have to play it. You can't live without these games. And you know, those purchases, in my opinion, are cool. Make that purchase, do that thing. But then we have the games that are related to FOMO, fear of missing out. We have games that we see, and we see a lot of our friends buying them, and we feel like, you know what, we need to join the party and buy those games too. But what if we just said, you know what, this time I'm not going to do that. This time I'm going to wait 90 days so the price will drop and I can get it for a better price. We go to Black Friday, we see these games. Oh, snap, this game is only $5.50. I've always wanted to play it. I've figured I'd play it one day. And so, you know what? You go ahead and make that purchase. You go to a digital PlayStation sale or Xbox sale and boom, you get that game digitally. Me personally, I would rather buy them physical, but you know, a deal is a deal. And sometimes you just want to play the game. So you make the purchase. And you actually feel pretty good about yourself doing it. And why don't we all just go back to that? What's so hard about waiting just a little bit longer to play certain games?
What, nigga?
Nothing, to be honest with you, especially with these prices. So you know what? I think I've decided I want to adopt that strategy. As an avid gamer, I can honestly sit here and tell you also that I've had this conversation with myself before, and a lot of the time I end up losing that battle. It may be 1 month, it may be 2 months. A game may come out of left field that I completely forgot about, and I realize I really wanted to play this, and sometimes I bite the bullet and do it anyway. And that's a battle that a lot of us have with ourselves, not because we don't necessarily feel like playing the game, but it's just an impulse as gamers. I know my backlog personally, guys, is a mile long, and if you play games like me, you probably have something like that as well. So in other words, if I stop buying games right now, I would still have enough games, in my humble opinion, that I could probably play for the rest of my life. I'm serious. And that's a lot of backlog right there. I'm sure a lot of you listening to this video probably feel the same way, and your backlogs may be even more or as big as mine. I say that to say this. There's only a few games a year that come out that we technically have to have. And if I'm being completely honest, we really don't have to have them. But we're gamers, so what are you going to do, right? The only thing I'm saying is maybe we should temper our purchases a little bit, especially now. Most of us have the consoles we want. Most of us are in a good place as far as that's concerned. But when you have stuff like the Nintendo Switch 2, which is going to be crazy to find anyway, and if you do get your hands on it, you're going to pay a pretty penny for a Mario Kart game and a Donkey Kong game following that after a couple months. For me, it's not something that is calling me, okay? I don't need a Switch 2 right now. And I don't think I'll need one for at least another year at least. And I can probably deal with it probably for the next couple years without having a Switch 2, if I'm being completely honest, guys. Like I said, we're in a new state. And I don't mean to just dwell on Nintendo, but Nintendo is basically giving us an indication that the end for pretty much all major consoles, as far as physical releases are concerned, they're about to go the way of the dinosaur. And with the Switch 2, now that you look at all these games with the key card situation, none of the games being on the cartridge, guys, anymore, we're almost there. We're looking at least 60, 70%, maybe even 80% of all Nintendo Switch 2 games being download-only games. By the time the Switch 2 is done, that's probably what we're looking at here. Maybe 20% of those games will be physical, completely on the cartridge. The rest of them will not. Unless they solve this 64 gigabyte card fiasco that's going on right now, I don't see that changing, guys. I wanted to talk and let everybody know it's okay to wait on a video game. It's okay to chill for a few months, let the price drop, and go back and pick it up. Unless it's a game you truly have to have, I don't see why you shouldn't wait. And that's what I'm going to try to practice, guys. Will I end up losing again? Who knows? Will I fall off the video game wagon, so to speak? Maybe. But at least I'm going to try. I am going to try to wait on more games because, to be honest with you, if you told me right now, here's some money, you can go buy every game you wanted to play thus far that came out in the last 90 days, there's a lot of them. There are easily a half a dozen games that I could see myself picking up and playing right now. But like I said before, I'm going to try to temper that down and be patient and lean on my backlog more. Because I don't lean enough on my backlog, if I'm being honest. But I'm going to try to do that more. And lately I've been leaning into Game Pass. That's a start. And I don't know about you guys, but most avid gamers, most of us have at least 2 systems. But a lot of us are retro players too. I don't want to leave them out. But most of us either have a PlayStation or an Xbox or both, or a Nintendo Switch included in there as well. I have all 3, and I also have other devices. I say all that to say at the end of this video, try to temper your expectations. Try to temper your thirst for every new game that you see. Because if we keep buying these games and these corporations keep getting richer and richer, nothing's really going to change, guys. We do have a superpower, patience. You notice how when you go to video game stores, after a few months, that game that was $70 is no longer $70. Sometimes you can see them as low as $20. And let's not talk about eBay. Go to eBay, you can find them maybe $15, $20. That's the beauty of resale. And that's the beauty of patience. If you wait just a little bit and you try to kick to the side that FOMO, you're going to be saving yourself a lot of money, guys.
Show me the money.
And my favorite game genre anyway is a single player, open world, action adventure / RPG type of experience. That's my favorite kind of game. So I'm not really tripping on playing online, doing those type of things. I'm good.
It's good. It's all good.
So I'm okay with waiting for those games and those prices to drop before I go ahead and purchase. And that's just me personally. Save your money, pull back a little bit, especially in this market, especially in these times. We need to pull back a little bit and wait for these prices to go down. Okay? Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.